Hello friends, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the role of housekeeping, which I am in right now. I actually finished up my 90 days on Sunday, which is the 22nd, so that's super exciting. Then I'm officially out of this probationary period, which I'll go into a little bit later, but I did just want to add a PSA that I do not speak on behalf of the brand or the Walt Disney World company whatsoever, and also this video is not going to be negative at all, so just going to put that all out there now. And I'm going to do my best to go over everything that I can. So first we'll kind of start with like the interview process. So what happened, I applied, it's on the website right now. They're doing like $1,000 sign-on bonus, and I believe you just have to work 30 days in order to get that $1,000 sign-on bonus. And then I applied, and then you get a web-based interview, and with that I recommend you call someone you know. So I called my mom and we did it together. Just make sure your answers are consistent and that you like strongly have a strong opinion. So you either strongly agree or strongly disagree. They like to see that you strongly agree or strongly disagree, and you keep it consistent. They'll ask you the same thing over and over and over, and you just have to have the same answer basically. And then pretty much immediately you know whether you passed it or not. Kind of depends. For me it was pretty immediate, and then they schedule you for a Zoom interview. Since COVID's going on right now, you do have to do a Zoom interview, so I did that. My recruiter was super nice. He was like, are you sure you want to do this? Like, it is very physically demanding. And he's like, I don't want to ruin the magic for you. And I was like, no, like, I'm game. And then from that point you get scheduled to go to your casting, to do your onboarding, and then after that you do your traditions, and then after traditions you do housekeeping core, which right now is at Port Orleans. Well, at least when I did it, it was at Port Orleans because that resort was closed. And then on that same day with the housekeeping core you get your uniform, and then, well, your costume, your costume, and then they show you like where you're going to meet every day for training, and training was about, I think it was like 4 days. And then after that you start your ramp up process, and I will get into that, what ramp up means, all that fun jazz, a little bit later. First I wanted to talk about shift times, or no, actually first I wanted to talk, so there's 3 different resort types. There's deluxe, moderate, and value. I won't say which one I'm at just for some privacy reasons, but I am at a value, and my recruiter purposefully put me there because he explained it like a puzzle. He said deluxe, it's like, imagine a 1,000-piece puzzle. It's a lot to put the room back together. Moderate, let's say like 500, sure, and then like value is like 100. Okay, so it's like the easiest to put your room back together, which I like how he described that, like a puzzle. So that's why he put me there, because this is my first experience with housekeeping. So yeah, I do love my resort, I love my leaders, so I am very, very blessed. And then, so shift times. So I'll just kind of go through a day. So we, at my resort right now, we only have an 8 a.m. to 4:30 shift, or 8:15 to 4:45. I'm on the 8:15 to 4:45. We used to have a 9 to 5, but no, it was 8:30 to 5, sorry. But that got eliminated, so now it's only those 2 shifts. And yeah, it's a lot to wake up, but you get used to it, and it's nice because after you're done with the 90 days you can actually clock out 45 minutes early from your shift. So for me it'd be 4 o'clock, and Disney will continue to pay for the rest as long as you don't take a lunch break, I believe. Don't quote me on that, I'm not 100% sure because I'm not off of it yet and I don't really know the rules, but I think that's how it is. I don't know. Right now it's just like a 30-minute paid break, and you go anytime between 11 a.m. and 2 o'clock. So I usually do it after a set amount of rooms. It depends on my day, which I'll get into. So yeah, start time, so let me check that off. Okay, so at the beginning of your shift, you get a phone and keys, and then a baggie filled with, they're called sticky pads, and like stuff for the steamer. It's like a Swiffer pad kind of. So you get your bag, that, your phone, and your keys, and then you immediately on your phone it says like, oh, like you're building 6 and your cart's 14. So then you know to go to 614, and then you go to that linen room, grab your cart, stock it if it's not already stocked, and then you just go. And then what I do first is I go on my phone, I log in, and then I see how many rooms I have. Well, there's 3 different type of rooms you can get. So you can get light stayovers, thank you. So light stayover with COVID right now, this just means they're like spending multiple nights, so this is their day. So if they have towels on the floor, you pick those up, you replenish the towels that are on the floor, because Disney does like to conserve. So some people like to hang their towels and reuse them for the environment or just for personal whatever. And then you check to make sure that they have enough amenities, so toilet paper, tissue boxes, coffee is a big thing, tea, sugar, cream, cups, all that stuff. Make sure that's full, and then you replenish the towels, and you of course take out the garbage, and then you just kind of like sweep up all the hair and stuff in the bathroom and the dust on the floor. And that's a light stayover. Those take about, I'd say, anywhere from like 5 to 15 minutes. And then you could also get, so it's called light stayover linen change. It's like full linen change. So for those, you actually strip the beds, give them new sheets, blankets, top sheets, pillowcases, all of that. So replenish, and then still you're going to replenish everything, take out the garbage. If they need amenities, fill those. And then your last kind of room, which takes the longest, is called a departure clean. So that's where you do clean every single thing, get rid of all the linen, towels. This is also where, so we're value, so you fill up like the shampoo, conditioner, body wash, because they're locked in a key, under the key. So you do all that. And I'd say for the linen change one, I would say it takes me probably about 30 minutes. And then the complete or departure clean, they say you should really only take 50 minutes, but I'd say take about an hour, and if they're really messy, it can be like an hour 15. So kind of depends on the room, and sometimes you'll walk into a room that's vacant and you'll know because there's like a name under it on your phone that like says, and if there's no name, that means it was just vacant, maybe they left in the middle of the night, blah blah blah, and it'll be done already by the PM shift. So that's really nice. Those are the best when they're already done and you didn't expect it. It's like a nice little surprise. But the max we get a day, or the max we can get, at least, I don't know if it's my building, my resort, I'm not sure, it's 7 checkouts and 7 stayovers, so 14 total. Otherwise it's 23, so that would be obviously less checkouts, a lot more light stayovers. So with ramping up, I'll explain ramping up. So ramping up, so they start you off, I think it was 3 rooms, or 3 checkouts, 3 light stayovers, and they keep going from there. However, if you like need an extra day on something, like let them know, let a leader know, like they're super nice, and they'll let you like redo the day just to make sure that you get the bearings. And then they'll eventually ramp you up until you're 7 and 7. And then from there you're just kind of on your own. I will say it did take me a lot longer, and I just had a really rough start, and I cried to my leader, but she was so assuring. She's like, you got this, like, I believe in you, you can do it. So leaders understand, especially if this is your first time doing any sorts of housekeeping, because it's not easy. I will say that. It's hard for your body to adjust, especially when you haven't done anything like it before. Like, I was at a stay-at-home job where I sat all day, so it was definitely a big adjustment. But I promise you it does get better. And like, I look back and I'm like, wow, how was I not able to clean 3 rooms as fast as I do now? So don't worry about it. You'll get the hang of it. I promise. It might take you a little bit longer, but your leaders are there to help you. Your coordinators are there to help you. So just keep that in mind. And like my trainer at the end, she's like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. She moved over here to the US and she was like, she applied right away and she's like, yeah, I didn't have any work experience. I like cried my first week. So if I can do it, you guys can do it. And that honestly helped me a lot too. So now you can do it. And something I do, like, make sure you become friends with people. Obviously you're gonna want to anyways, but that way, like, if my coworker was running late and I like got done early, I would like text her on the work phone and I'd be like, hey, like, do you need any help? And she'd be like, yeah, I'm in this room, or vice versa. She'd help me if I needed help. So make friends with them. Also make friends with your house persons. They do a lot of work for you. And a lot of the times, sorry, there's jingling. A lot of the times they'll actually strip your room for you. So just be nice to them. They have a lot of work to do too. So just always remember to respect each other. I will always harp that. And then every day also, you do have a meeting at, ours is at 10:30 and it's Zoom meeting right now. It used to be in person. So you'll just hop on and they'll kind of give you some updates, and there's been a lot obviously with COVID and the masks. One week we were able to not wear them in the rooms, and now obviously we do. I always wear mine all the time just because it's easier. So yeah. Okay, so let's kind of talk about the 90 days. Oh wait, I did want to cover one more thing, sorry. Also, so on your phone you'll be like, oh, vacant cleaned. After you clean your departure clean, you'll say vacant cleaned, or if it's late stay over, you say occupied clean. So for your vacant cleans, a manager does go in and check the room, make sure everything's up to par, and if it's not, they'll actually give you a call back to go and fix something. So what I always like to do at the end is just do another like 1 minute like walk around just to make sure everything's clean, there's no stains. Sometimes it's really obvious, but you're just so focused on the detail. At least that's my problem. I focus way too much on the detail. So I kind of take a step back, just look at the bigger picture, make sure nothing's dirty, and then I move on. So that's a big thing that I would suggest. Just take a minute, walk around really quick, make sure you got everything. A lot of times there's like a leftover hair in the bathtub, just make sure you grab it. Disney has high standards for their rooms, as they should. The brand is very well known, and they want their guests to have the most perfect experience that they can. And this role is actually very kind of intimate. You're going into someone's home, you're making their home ready. So being a part of that is something really special, but you also have to take great pride in it and make sure that you're cleaning it to the best of your ability so that you can be proud of the work you're doing, as well as the guests feeling comfortable and like they're at home, because they really are, and they're allowing you to go into their home and clean it for their light stayovers. So I just like to keep that in mind. I kind of just imagine, oh, my family's coming to stay in this room, how would they want to clean? And then I clean it as best as I can for every room. And then another kind of tip of advice that actually helped me a lot is to not focus on how many rooms you have in a day, which was my biggest issue at the beginning. I was like, I don't know how I'm ever gonna get these done. Instead, just focus on one room at a time. You'll get through it, I promise you. And soon enough you'll be leaving 45 minutes early. But yeah, so the nice thing about the schedule is you're always going to be on the same shift, and then with days off. So at the beginning I was getting 6 days a lot. They are understaffed, which is why they're doing $1,000 sign-on bonus, etc., etc. I think everywhere just is short-staffed. So especially when it's busy, they do have you on 6 days. So this job does give you a lot of hours. Luckily right now it has gotten a little slower with school starting back up, so I have been on getting 2 days off the past couple of weeks, which has been very nice. So yeah, be prepared for a lot of hours, but I like that because what else am I gonna do? So again, my personal experience has been nothing but positive. Everyone's so nice, like so so nice and so encouraging, especially in the beginning for me. They were like, if we can do it, like, you can do it. So that was very nice. I was terrified walking in. Again, if you have any like questions at all or anything you want me to go into more detail, I definitely can. I kind of just did a quick overview summary. I don't even remember what I talked about, but I think I checked off everything I wanted to. As I was just ending this, I realized, oh, you probably want to see the costume. Let me show you. I have it right here. So yours could be a variety of different colors. Ours are just blue, but there's multiple that are blue. I'm just gonna show you. So for us, I have this, and it has pockets in the bottom on both sides, so you can put like your, I put my ID, and then I put my phone and keys for the day in one other pocket. It's super light and comfortable, like so light and comfy. And then just like pants, which also these are really freaking comfortable, but they're just blue. You can get shorts too. I just personally, I like the pants. So that's the uniform. Thought I'd show you in case you were wondering. And then you do get you can get up to 5 costumes, and they give you masks, which are like the pixie dust ones that you see in the park that every cast member has. And you can also get 5 of those. So yeah, now I think I finished everything. So that's gonna be all for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope this helps, and I hope you have a magical day. Bye.